So, it's there. I've finally gone nuts. No wonder, since being dead is usually not very good for your mental health. Plain and simple, I see ladybirds.
Welcome, Ghost in the Sheet.
And what's even more funny, I can even hear their voices in my head. This is really serious.
Welcome, Ghost in the Sheet.
I wonder if I'm the very first case of afterworld madness, or if...
Ghost!
Yes, sir? What?
Finally, we thought from your monologue that you were going nuts. We've been observing you since you entered the factory, and we have to say that your progress is very good. We fear that he would bamboozle you.
So tell me, who is my boss?
It's a very long story. It's sufficient to say that he's been here much longer than anyone else on Earth. And also he's totally responsible for you being here.
That's quite obvious since he sent me here.
In this particular condition.
What?
Yes. It was he who arranged that they drove you over.
I feared he was a bastard. But such a bastard.
He's much worse than you can imagine. There's no more time for a long chit-chat. But we'd like to warn you against him.
Well, so... thanks.
And we'll be watching over you. Many have succumbed to the temptation of power. We shall meet again soon.
I'll try to make a flute out of the bone. It will be a real magic flute. It worked. Great. I have a scary sound. Now to find a way to talk to Niels. Aha, I'm starting to understand him. Hello.
Finally. I was afraid we would never understand each other. As you already know, my name is Niels. There's no time for any formal stuff, but I wanted to thank you for liberating me twice. I feared I'd be stuck in that cabinet for eternity.
How did you get in there?
After they made this out of me, Kurt sent me to the factory to scare the workers a bit. Just before he did that, I gave my essence to Hansen. Otherwise we wouldn't be talking right now. Anyway, my scared colleagues shut me in that damn cabinet. You probably know the rest of the story. By the way, you've made yourself a nice instrument. May I ask what it came from?
From that sleazy thing which mutilated you and Hansen.
Amazing. To be honest, you're surprising me.
How can we stop Sector Omega?
Sector Omega won't be operating again for quite some time, but I'm under no illusions. The boss, or whatever this is, will find a way and a means to start over.
And is there really nothing to do against him?
Look at yourself, look at me, look at Hansen. What do you think?
I fear you're right. Is there any way to help you?
It exists, although I haven't a clue if it will work. Omega makes a device which enslaves the afterlife souls and prevents them from going to eternity. That's why it has the ghost cat you've probably already seen.
Only the image of it.
Never mind. Anyway, this machine is a very delicate and complicated device. After my discussion with the ladybirds, I came to the conclusion that there must be a reverse machine which negates the effect of this ghost catcher.
Uh-huh, so that's why you wanted to speak with Hansen.
Exactly. Moreover, I was able to find a numeric combination which should be able to create such a machine. The only problem is that the machine itself is very complicated. It's not sufficient to enter this combination, because you have to set up the rest of the machine as well. And also, you have to carefully calibrate the gas in the factory.
So do you know that combination?
Yes, it is. 5, 7, 0, 4, 7, 2, 1, 0.
Wait, you're telling me that directly? That it is 5, 7, 0, 4, 7, 2, 1, 0?
Yes, I'm telling you. 5, 7, 0, 4, 7, 2, 1.
So I don't have to solve any complex polyalphabetic ciphers. I don't have to put pieces of the newspaper together and simply put it 5.
Yes, but apart from 5, it's important to correctly set up the gas, and I have no clue how to set this up.
Larissa.
Larissa must hate me by now.
Not anymore. I delivered your letter to her.
If they serve a beer up here, and if we get out of here, I owe you 3.
I'll try to help us.
Now it's up to you.
As if anything's changed. Any idea how to set up the gas for both circuits?
Well, my boy, since we approved the gas pipes, I know this very well. To make the factory run like clockwork, you have to set the ratio 66 to 34. Only, since some dumbass broke the indicators, you'd have to run around a bit to get it working.
Excellent, thanks. Catch you.
Come back to...
An interesting machine. Let's cast some light inside. Let's see the reverse machine. I think I'll turn it on. I wonder what it'll do. Middle Age is coming. Ghost in the Sheet comes to banish the evil ghosts from the bastion of sin. Maybe I should consider an afterlife career in Hollywood. They could accept such nonsense. Scott, I have a reverse machine. If you want, I can get you out of here.
My boy, that's so good. So let me have a last smoke before I depart. So, show me what you can do.
Larissa, I was able to create a reverse machine. If you want, I can finally get you out of the shower.
But I don't want to. I want Niels.
Don't worry, I'll call him and get you both out. I'm not convinced I'll be able to. Dirac, I was able to make a reverse machine which can liberate you from the factory. If you want to be liberated, that is.
Really? Does this mean that I won't have to haunt this factory forever?
You surprise me. I thought pottery was your reason for living.
I thought about it a lot, and I'd rather go for a well-deserved rest.
Well, what can I say? Goodbye, Dirac. I'll try.
Be careful.
I found a way how I can help you. I think you're not that happy on this pillar anyway.
I'm so glad you didn't disappoint me. You know, when I gave you the scary sound essence, I was afraid that this might be a trap set up to make me abandon my last hopes.
Well, it was actually...
What? You?
Calm down, it was just a joke. Prepare yourself. Okay, it's over now. The afterlife is quite some work. Now one final thing remains. To use the exorcism on myself and get rid of that sheet once and for all. Being a ghost isn't something for me. I think that the entrance hall is the best place to exorcise myself. Okay, if I wasn't dead already, they'd probably call this a suicide. But anyway, I have to stop thinking and let's do it.
Ghost! What the hell do you think you are doing? You've got my best agent eaten, poked your nose where it does not belong, and even think to get away with that. You will regret this.
Your game is over. I found out what Sector Omega is for. Do you think I'm going to lift a finger for you when I know who you really are?
Aha! Finger? The only thing you would lift for me is your dirty sheet. You really think I'm afraid of someone who's hiding from me in a sheet?
Hiding? Wasn't it you who wrapped me in it?
Yes, it was really amusing. And necessary too. If you'd known you could walk through solid objects, you would have revealed my plans much sooner, and I didn't want that to happen.
It didn't help you much anyway. I discovered everything, even in this sheet.
That might be right, but you've achieved my goal. The factory is operational again. Just changing the code will be enough for the joy of Ghost Catcher mass production to start again.
I'll never allow that.
Ah, you think I'm going to ask for your permission? The time to send you where you belong has come. What a pity. You'd make a good servant.
We shall see. And this time sheetless.
We see you followed our advice well.
What? What are you doing here?
We're glad to see you as well. You wouldn't stand a chance against your boss, but here's a present for you. Take this mirror, which will deflect any spell your boss casts upon you.
That's not fair. Why doesn't anyone help me?
Because you're a baddie.
What? You are going to pay for this.
Oh really? How many sheets will it cost me?
You loser! I'm your boss. Don't you dare talk to me like that.
Yes, sir? The boss has ended up in jail.
I'm going to get out, and I'll tear you into tiny pieces. Nothing will remain of you. You understand? Nothing.
So get out and tear me apart.
We see you didn't disappoint us.
Thank you for helping me. I wouldn't have managed this by myself. So the time has come, and I'm going to have a well-deserved rest.
We can't allow this to happen. Since you've proved yourself such a very useful force, consider yourself being accepted into our ranks. And no excuses. We have plenty of work elsewhere. We'll call you when your time comes.
Oh joy, the afterlife is no fun. As soon as one finally gets away from one enslavement, he's immediately seized by another force. And also, I have the feeling I'm missing something really badly. So, see you next time.